Good afternoon, everybody. Back now radio show on the CGN Network. Dr. Glidden's off battling medical misconceptions. This is Mike Phillip filling in for him. I'm not a doctor, but that's okay because we don't cure nothing. What we do is we give you the right information to give your body what it needs to strengthen it and be able to repair itself and get back on track. If you're suffering from joint pain, if you're suffering from high blood pressure, if you're suffering from type 2 diabetes, if you're suffering from lupus, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, your body can fix itself. I'm here to tell you, I've seen people come back from some situations where their doctor basically sent them home and said, you're done, there's nothing we can do. I've seen situations where there was nothing wrong with people and their doctor decided to operate them on them anyways, and they died. A lot of really crazy things happening out there. Absolutely crazy. It's sometimes, if you have the capacity to see what's going on around you and be able to make an intelligent decision or an intelligent diagnosis of the situation, things are crazy. And that's what happens when you get people that are malnourished. I mean, we've got a lot of overweight people that are malnourished walking around. And when your brain isn't firing properly or your hormones are all screwed up and things are deficient, you can't make proper decisions. Now, I did a lot of crazy things in my day. I was kind of a hellraiser. But I've been on the longevity products for 2 years, and it has absolutely changed my life. I feel like I have more self-control than I ever had. I breathe better. I don't wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go looking for an inhaler because I can hardly breathe. I don't battle through the night with not being able to sleep. I used to stay up for like 4 nights in a row. I just couldn't sleep. And you can't tell me that people are making good decisions in that condition. Through it all, I was able to raise a couple of boys. They're good. And, basically hold on and maintain with my life. But the fact is, things are so much better with longevity. You got to try it for yourself. Now, I'm guessing I'm probably talking to a lot of people out there that are sitting on the fence. You've been hearing about these products. Maybe you heard about it on Alex Jones. Maybe you ran into somebody. They gave you a phone number, watched a webinar with you. I'm telling you right now, it's time to get off the fence and take control of your health. Now, here's the other thing about that. We got a way of taking control of your finances, too, which has, incidentally, it has a lot to do with your health. I mean, you tell me when money problems don't occur that it's not hard on your immune system. You know what I mean? It causes fights and it causes rifts in relationships. So the best thing you can do is get your community on the proper minerals, vitamins, and amino and fatty acids. Watch the rates of drug addicts and whatnot around you go down. I've personally helped people get off of illicit drugs with longevity, and they have a whole new life. Now, that beats incarceration, doesn't it? I mean, think about it. You could restore everybody around you that if they're willing to take in the information. The call-in line is 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. Now, if you know somebody that doesn't have a computer and wants to check out the show, we got a listen line at GCN. It's 605-562-7729. Now, I have found some groundbreaking health news from Fox.com. FoxNews.com. Are you ready? Viagra may help treat menstrual cramps. That's right. Give your woman Viagra. And you know what? Save some for yourself because, ridiculous, right? Why would you give your wife or daughter Viagra? I mean, that just seems stupid on its face. Get involved with longevity. Get your hormones in order. Get your woman, take the plant-derived minerals, okay? You will experience a remarkable uptick in how things go in your relationship, your sex life. Your children will be better behaved. Less pain, less stress. I'm telling you, folks, It's a good life. We know what we're talking about, and people are figuring it out. Now, I want to talk about being an insider. If you want to be an insider, you want to go to drpeterglidden.com or fireyourmdnow.com. $20 a month will get you access to a huge amount of information. And in only a matter of 2 hours, well, less than that, probably 45 minutes an hour, you'll have a better handle on how to control your blood pressure than your cardiologist that went to school for 6 years. I'm telling you, I did it myself. We found out what was going on. My wife had high blood pressure. 2 days, bang, gone, just like that. No drugs, no surgery. Different woman, more cognitive. She was having fainting spells, and it is just awesome. Not only that, but when you become an insider, you will meet the most awesome people you've ever met in your life. I'm talking about Louise in Stockholm, Saskatchewan, just became an insider. Last Thursday, we had a really great one on fibromyalgia. You know what I learned? I learned that fibromyalgia is just basically a word for joint pain. Ridiculous, right? They got to dress everything up in fancy terms and trick you into thinking that they know more. They're Moses on the mountain and you're the lowly people, and you need to keep coming back to them. Well, you know what? Louise in Stockholm, Saskatchewan knows better, and I'm going to go one further. If you are out there and you know her and she's been talking to you about longevity products for a while, you need to listen. It's the best thing you could ever do. Get your life back. Get your finances back. Get your health on track. Sleep good. Operate good in the day. Myself, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's just ridiculous. I have my day on track by 5 a.m. every single day. And you know what? That's not an easy thing in Canada. You gotta go outside and you gotta scare the polar bears away from your garbage with a hockey stick at some point. You gotta shovel 12 feet of snow off the front sidewalk so the mailman can get to you to bring your bills. And then there's the heat costs, right? You gotta think about that too. But you know what? Every year I gripe about winter coming. I dread it. I don't want it. But it comes and I'm like, this ain't too bad. You gotta be tough. And you know what? Those GCN boys in Minnesota know exactly what I'm talking about. Call in line 866-582-9933. We're going to have a special report coming up from Ash James, calling from Seattle, Washington. She is a whiz at alternative marketing methods, and she's going to give you some ways to build up your longevity business and get away from the job. That's the American dream, right? To not work for anybody else. If you want to go to work in bunny slippers and make killer cash, longevity is what is for you, my friend. And I've been just alerted that I'm on fire. I can't wait to talk to you. You know what? And that's another thing. I was talking about meeting great people through longevity. Ash, James, and Duffy are some of the coolest people you've ever met in your life. Much less Dr. Glidden. We had him out here about 3 times, and we just clicked right away. The guy is really super cool. He's not a stuffed shirt. He's on it. He cares. And that's another thing, all you business builders out there. It's easier than you'd think to get Dr. Glidden to come to your town. And when you do that, like it's been our experience that when Glidden's here, we end up getting sign-ups on sign-ups because you've got him to explain things to people that you probably couldn't. Because let's face it, we don't have the clinical experience that he does, right? But I'm telling you, we had 2 people last time. This is in Camrose, which is central Alberta. We had a young guy and his girlfriend drive all the way here from Fort McMurray, which is 6 hours away on treacherous, ice-covered highways. All kinds of, and just amazing. And Dr. Glidden, as soon as I told him that this was the situation, he dropped everything and spent a whole lot of time with those people. I've watched him sit around for 3 hours after he's been done lecturing for an hour and a half to 2 hours, just going one-on-one with people, and it's great, because they get the sense that we care. And you know what we do? I'm tired of seeing people in pain. I'm tired of seeing people sick. I'm tired of seeing people when they get the flu, they're wiped out for 2.5 weeks. If I even get a tinge of a flu, I'm on the killer biotic right now. I up my Tangy, and you know what? I The last flu I thought I almost had was gone in less than 12 hours. Z-Radical, build up your immune system. Get away from the gluten. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it. And you know what? Put on your big boy pants. You say, I can't go gluten-free? Yes, you can. If I can, you can. Trust me. Trust me. And you know what? I've never eaten better in my life. Like, we eat just incredible now that we've gone gluten-free. It seemed like a daunting task in the beginning, but it's really not. It's easy. You just got to figure it out. If you can put together a Lego set, you can go gluten-free. Just follow the instructions, and you find that it just becomes a way of life, and it's really easy to do. Now, if you're out there and you've got a success story through longevity, be it financial, health-wise, I want to hear from you. And it's not just about me. What it's about, when you call in, if you're a longevity distributor, you can psych people up with your stories of health recoveries that were next to impossible that you've seen in people around you. And you know what? That is how it goes with longevity. I'm telling you right now, it's a better life. Get on board and just try it. Give it 3 months. It's been 2.5 years for me, and I'm seeing results still. Because you got to think, I mean, a person eats foods that are going to hurt them over years and years and years. When you look into it, it's actually amazing that we live as long as we do, some of us. You know, because they figure we're running on like 30 to 40% of the nutrition that we need. Well, when you fill that tank up, when you get what you need, you will be so happy that you did. And your brain will be firing in directions that it never did before, and you'll see life in a whole different way. And you know what? We can't be mad at people. We can't be upset when they are acting crazy, because we got to understand that they are malnourished. They need your help. Reach out. Let's help our community. I'm going to help you to do that. I'm going to tell you how to do that after this break. Mike Phillip for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Fire Now Show. Mike Phillip here, filling in for Dr. Glidden. Call in line 866-582-9933. 866-582-9933. Now, if you have some questions about something in your life that is not going right, and you've been going to a doctor forever and you're not getting better, things seem to be getting worse, and they have all kinds of, this and that they want to give you to help out, but nothing seems to work, fear not, we are here. Now, I've got stories for you, okay? We had a woman in Edmonton about a year and a half ago that showed up for a Dr. Glidden speaking event. And her husband were from Hungary. And she had lupus so bad that she couldn't walk. She had been for multiple treatments of this and that through the MDs. It was getting worse and worse all the time. And these were really outdoorsy types people. You know what I mean? They always hiking, walking up and down mountains, going out in the wilderness. And she had lost her freedom and her mobility due to this lupus, okay? Now, lupus, in our view, is actually really easy for you to beat on your own. Now, Dr. Glidden spent a lot of time, and this is the great thing about Dr. Glidden. These people were Buddhists and didn't want to eat meat. Okay? Dr. Glidden sat down and explained to them that he was a level 3 yoga instructor and that they could consume meat for the protein and still stay within the guidelines of what they're doing if it was medicinal. And I mean, who else would have thought of that, right? Who else would have thought to say that? So if you are suffering with lupus or multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's, these are all basically the same thing. And if you're in a truck driving across the frozen tundra here in Alberta and there's somebody sitting beside you that's been talking to you about it this whole time, listen to the man. He's got some good things. You know who you are. Anyways, I told you we're going to go to a special report from Ash James in Seattle, Washington. Ash, are you there? We do not have Ash James.
Hi, Mike. Can you hear me?
There you are. There you are. All right. How you doing, Ash?
Great. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. So what's on your mind besides your hat?
Fantastic. Well, how did you know I was in my bunny slippers building my longevity business from home?
You just seem the type.
You know, it is the most remarkable business to be in. Thank you so much for having me on the show today. I am so thrilled to share what I've learned in the last 2 years of being with longevity. And I've had the privilege of being on Dr. Glidden's show a few times and being a caller to the show when you're hosting it. But, you know, I've been thinking the last week, you know, the end of the year is the time for reflection. We're looking back, and you can't help but think about how fast this year went and all the things you did. And you can't help but think about the New Year's resolutions that you set a year ago. Maybe last January you joined a gym, or you wanted to lose weight or make more money, or maybe you had a project, work on a car, or maybe you had some life goals. And all of a sudden the year went by, and it's like, what happened? Where did my goals go? Where did my year go? And I've achieved so many things in the last year because I actually created a list. So this last week, I consciously sat down and thought about this list because I want to share, I want to impart my, I don't want to be so bold as to call it my wisdom, but I want to impart what I've learned in this business. My husband and I have become incredibly successful with longevity. And when we first started longevity, we wanted to just get our health back. My goal was just to get healthy. We got our health. We started to get our health back so fast that our goal then became, let's just get our product for free. Let's share with our friends, because we were going to share with our friends anyway. Even if we weren't going to get paid, we wanted our friends to get healthy as well. So very quickly, within 3 months of not even doing longevity as a business, just sharing with our friends, the checks from longevity completely covered the cost of all of our supplements and then some. And we turned around a few months later and went, my gosh, longevity's paying for all of our supplements and all of our bills. And we're like, maybe we could get it to pay our rent. You know, it's paying for our gas, and it's paying for our food on the table. Maybe we could get it to pay for, you know, our rent, and maybe we could get it to pay for our vacations and some, you know, extra money on the side. This is great. We could actually be saving money.
You know what? That is awesome, Ash. I hear the music, and that means we've got a break coming up. We're going to come back to you after this break. And, folks, listen to this woman. She knows what she's talking about. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. We are live on the Fire Your MD Now radio show on the Genesis Communications Network. We've been talking with Ash James in Seattle, Washington. Now, we got a few people on hold. Donna in Louisville, Judy in Sioux Falls, Robert in Virginia. I know that you're there, and I want to talk to you, so just hang on, and I'm going to get to you, I promise. But first of all, Ash James is on the line, and she's been talking about New Year's resolutions, people making promises to themselves that they just can't keep, talking about, you know, I bet you if you were to go on Craigslist or Kijiji, the number one search of things that you could easily buy is brand new weightlifting and exercise equipment, because people buy it because they really want to change their life. They want to make things better. They want to feel better about themselves, but they don't feel that they have the drive to do it. Well, guess what? Ash James is here to tell you how to do it. Ash, are you still there?
Absolutely. So basically where we left off before the break, just think back in the last year. Think back, what did you do last December, last January? Were there things that you wanted to change, and did you have hope for the year that you would create more time for your family, more time for yourself, have more freedom, do the things that you really wanted to do, and create, you know, maybe you have diabetes, maybe you are, you know, you feel you're overweight, or maybe you want to build more muscle mass. You know, everyone has health goals. You know, maybe if it's just you want to have better sleep or have more energy. The fact that we learned from Dr. Glidden and Dr. Wallach that all chronic disease is related to nutrient deficiency. And so coming to that, if you get on the 90 essential nutrients and you cut out the 10 bad foods, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel like $1 million. Now let's take it one step further. How many people do you love in your life? Maybe you have 10 or 15 people that you absolutely just love with all your heart, or maybe you have a whole church congregation full of people that you love with all your heart. Those people deserve to know that the 90 essential nutrients are out there, and that between the good food, bad food list and the 90 essential nutrients, their life could be changed, that they could have a higher quality of life. They deserve to know. And why haven't you told them yet? And so I wrote this list, and this is a little guide. And if you follow this guide, you'll not only be able to help yourself and your family to gain financial freedom, to have more time with each other, to even get your supplements for free, and to help those that you love, but you could potentially be in my shoes in 2 years, where you're top rank in longevity, earning more money than you've ever earned in your life, and working alongside your husband or your wife, with your family. You get to make up your own schedule, and you love what you do. Sorry?
In bunny slippers.
In bunny slippers, yes, in bunny
Sorry,
slippers.
go on.
You love what you do because one thing led to another, and all of a sudden you've helped thousands of people gain their health back, and you don't have to do it alone. There's a system. There's a very easy system, and that's what I'm here to talk about. So I wrote down all the keys that we use, and consciously or unconsciously, these are the things that led us to our success. First of all, talk to 10 people a week. And that sounds like a huge, oh my gosh, 10 people. Where am I going to find 10 people?
You know what? That's nothing, because, no man's an island. We deal with people every day, and I guarantee you there's probably 20 people every single day that you talk to every day and you never got real personal with, and they've got something going on, or they're worried about a loved one. Like, it's that easy. Even just standing in line, like, I was buying a couple things at 7-Eleven, getting gas and a coffee the other day, and the girl working there just started going off about her joint pain. And I told her, I could probably help you with that. And her eyes kind of went into that deer in the headlights mode where, whatever, right? But they're all around you. It's really easy, actually. Go on, Ashley.
Oh, no problem. So, you know what? I actually have a way of working with people if they give me the deer in the headlights look. So we can talk about that in a second. But first, the 10 people a week. Here's the thing. If you're a longevity member, maybe you're just consuming it for yourself, go to your back office. If you don't know how to do it, call customer service or talk to the person who enrolled you, talk to your upline, ask them to teach you how to log into your back office. And there's going to be a tab that says new order. Click on that. On the left-hand side near the bottom, it says Heritage Makers. You may not even know that this exists. It's an amazing company that we just joined, or worked with, that longevity merged with or bought. Unbelievable products. You can make in your back office your own business cards, and there's 11,000 templates. It's huge. You can put your own pictures on your business cards. You can make them whatever you want them to say. My business cards just talk about energy, health, freedom, and wealth, and those are the keywords on my business cards. And I've got a lot of prospects that have joined with us because my business card says that, and they look at it and they give me the double take and they go, energy, health, freedom, wealth. What do you do?
Well, yeah, I know exactly, and that's what people are looking for, right? Like, you're hitting on the nail on the head right there, bang.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a triple threat.
So what you do is have your business cards with you. Listen, if you were a plumber, you wouldn't leave your house without your tools. If you're a longevity member, why are you leaving your house without your tools? We learned this from Stan Dalesberg, who's an amazing woman in longevity, been a network marketing queen for 30 years, and she has helped thousands and thousands of people in this business gain financial independence and gain their health through longevity. So what she says is, have all your samples on you. What I have is I have a jar of CM cream, have it on you at all times, because how many times have you seen, and now that I say this, you're gonna start seeing this, how many people are in pain around you? Just last night, I met a nurse who had a neck and shoulder pain so bad, and I gave him some CM cream. He took about, I don't know, a teaspoon. I mean, and that's a lot of CM cream. He rubbed it all in his shoulder and his neck, and 5 minutes later, he was like, man, that feels good. And I said, yeah, no drugs. And he's a nurse, so he knows. And he goes, yeah, no
door
infection.
Open.
Yeah, exactly. Door open. Boom. And so have a jar of CM cream in your purse or in your, knapsack or briefcase or whatever it is that you're carrying. have some samples. When you buy the CEO Mega Pack, and if you're a $10 member or preferred customer of Longevity right now, I highly recommend you upgrade to a CEO Mega Pack 2.0. That comes with
and this is a good time to do it, hey?
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely. It comes with $530 worth of supplements, and this month they're having a $100 off sale. So for $3.99. Sorry?
$100.
Yes, $100 off. So you're going to get 150 full-size samples along with the 2 Healthy Start packs and the jar of CM cream and just a ton of stuff in the Mega Pack. I recommend getting that because you're going to already have everything you need to start sampling people. But look around you. Look how many people you bump into who are tired. I go to the bank and the teller beside me is talking about her knee pain, how she's scheduled for knee surgery. I go to Starbucks and someone's talking about how they're losing their eyesight with macular degeneration. I go to the gas station and the guy looks like he's about to fall off his chair. He's so tired. He's surrounded by Monster energy drinks. You give him a pollen burst or a rebound, and you talk to him about the 90 essential nutrients. And what I do is I find their need really quickly. I befriend them, say hello, just start saying hi to people. I mean,
wait a second.
maybe
Did you just say macular degeneration?
I'm sorry?
Did you just say macular degeneration?
Yes.
Do you got a crystal ball sitting in front of you? Because we're going to be talking to Judy in Sioux Falls a bit here about macular degeneration.
Oh, well, excellent. Then she's definitely in for a treat because...
Listen up, Judy. I've seen people fix it. Go on, Ashley. I'm sorry. I just had to bring attention to that. Go on.
No problem. So what I really recommend is arm yourself. Maybe you just want to be a customer and with Longevity, and all you want to do is share it with your friends and family, and that's it. Or maybe you really do want to be in my shoes in a year or two, be making on the side the most money you've ever made, helping thousands and thousands of people. And wherever you are in between, don't be in this for just yourself. Don't be selfish. If you're not sharing this with people, you're being selfish. Just get real with yourself. You have friends and family. You have a whole community that needs to know this information. So that's how I got out of my comfort zone. I was so afraid. Are you kidding me? My husband's like the world's biggest introvert. And now he's beating me to lending out DVDs and getting people's contact information. He like turns to me and calls me a slacker because he's out there helping more people because he knows that we have the real deal. We've got the real McCoy, that we are truly helping people gain back their health. And when you have that confidence about you, you're going to be stepping outside your comfort zone to help people. So just know how much Longevity helped you and know that you don't have to be the expert, but you want to lean on the experts and lean on all the tools that you have. So here's the tools. Get Dr. Glidden's DVDs right off the bat. Those are bar none the best. Become an insider of Dr. Glidden. Listen to at least one webinar, conference call, or a radio show of Dr. Glidden or Dr. Wallach a day. Just spend at least 1 hour a day, whether you're driving or before you get up. Like this morning, before I got out of bed, I listened to a CD. I mean, I'm always listening, always learning. Find motivational CDs by people like Robert Kiyosaki and other big millionaires out there who endorse network marketing and who believe in it. Because if you surround yourself with people who believe in what you do, then you're going to become more confident. Don't surround yourself with people who are disbelievers, who are, couch critics. They sit on the couch and they criticize everything. You go up to your uncle and you try to show him Longevity, and all of a sudden he turns to you and goes, oh, that sounds like a bunch of hooey. I just want to stay on my drugs. That's not the guy that you want business advice from, because he's a closed-minded critic, as Dr. Glidden says. You want to surround yourself with people who are movers and shakers, who are out there to help others. So find the person in your upline, and what upline is the people who enrolled you. So contact those people. Find the most active business builder in your upline, in your team. Go to them and become accountable. Basically, go to them and say, I want to have a weekly conversation with you, even if it's for 10 minutes a week. I want to have a weekly conversation, and I want to set goals with you. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to be plugged in and accountable to you every week because you're more successful than I am, and I want to get there. So plug into your upline. Listen to the webinars. Now, what's great about the DVDs is there's a flyer, and it's going to be available soon for insiders, for members of Dr. Glidden's website. There's a flyer that outlines weekly meetings that you could be hosting. And I know a ton of people who are doing this. They're hosting home parties every week, different health topics, or they're hosting them at church basements or community centers, and they're just sharing these flyers with everyone, and the word's getting out there. And just imagine if you had a flyer in front of 10,000 people in your community, and out of that, 10% of those people came to your meeting, and out of that 10% of those people joined you, and out of that 1% became major business builders who alongside you built this to the next level. And that's what we're looking for. It's a numbers game. You don't want everyone to be a business builder with you. You just want the right people who are motivated. But I think
what it boils down to is if you set out to actually help people overcome health conditions, it'll all just fall into line. And like what I find with people is that most of them off the bat, when I tell them about longevity, they're not even really interested in the business opportunity. They're just so sick and tired of seeing other people or themselves being sick and tired all the time. So you just got to start building. And like I found myself, out of the many people I've got in my downlines, that only a couple of them are business builders really, but the rest of them, I'm satisfied just to see them not in pain anymore, and that's my attitude.
Oh, absolutely. That's our number one goal, to help people get healthy.
Mission before commission.
You don't need to focus on the money. Here's the thing. Every time I look at a check from Longevity, I get checks every week from Longevity. Every check I get, I look at it. I look at that number, and I know that every penny represents life.
Every dollar represents somebody feeling better and getting control of their life. Ash James, you are awesome. We're going to let you go and talk to Donna, Judy, and Robert after this. Welcome back to the Fire Your MD Now radio show. That was a really great segment with Ashley James. That woman knows what she's talking about. If you are looking for health recovery or financial recovery or whatever the case might be, she's one of the best people I can think of to talk to now. We got a short segment here, but I'm going to try and get some of these calls. We got Donna in Louisville. Donna, are you there?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Donna. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, and thanks for taking my call. This question's for me. I have suffered, I guess, from depression my whole life. I've been taking medication since I was 19 years old, and I had a hysterectomy 10 years ago, and then I have a sleeping disorder, and they put me on Ambien. So I've been back and forth with all kinds of medication like Prozac, Zoloft, Cymbalta, and it's so hard for me it's really hard for me to let go of that and trusting.
You know what? I understand completely what you're saying, because it is really hard to know who to trust, because there is so much information out there. And, a person can surf the web for hours and your head will be spinning after that more than it was when you began with. But here's the deal. You've been, like, as you said, you've been taking these medications and you've had this problem all your life. Is it getting better? I gotta guess that it isn't, because you're calling this show.
Yeah. I've gotten off of it, and I've put myself on Longevity, and I love Longevity, but my problem is I'm just getting the withdrawals, or I've taken myself off of medication, but...
How long have you been off of them?
For about a month now.
Okay. What are you taking?
Well, I'm taking the sugar pack. I'm taking glucose gel, hormone supplement.
Are you following the 10 bad food list?
No. George Maitland, he just informed me of that the other day.
Okay.
I've done well. The only thing I haven't is the bread. But,
okay. Well, I would like to see you follow that 10 bad food list. It can be a little bit difficult at first, but what can happen is you could actually be inhibiting the absorption of some of these nutrients that you need. Tell me this, have there been areas that you've noticed improvements in?
I have noticed improvement. The only thing I haven't noticed is I have hot flashes, and I don't have a whole lot of energy. And I guess maybe that is what bringing me doubt, is I just don't have a lot of energy. I try, but maybe I need to try something different, and I'm not knowing.
Are you still having a tough time sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah? When you take the OsteoFX that comes with your healthy blood sugar pack, do you take that during the day, or do you take it before you go to bed?
Well, I take it, I take during the day in the morning, and then I take the glucose gel twice a day.
Okay, because I have figured out a little trick with being able to sleep really well, and I want you to try this. I want you to take an ounce of the OsteoFX with a glass of calcified orange juice right before you go to bed. And that might help with your sleeping. It did drastically with mine. And I hear the music. We're up on a hard break, and we're going to come back after this. Donna, you stay right there. I want to talk to you a little bit more on the other side. You're listening to the Fire Your MD Now radio show on the GCN Radio Network.